Right.
All right, so we are looking at, let's go back to what I have. Okay, so we're looking at 6.2, number 4 out of 6.2. So what I would do if I didn't want to do it just in a regular calculator, I would Google binomial probability distribution calculator and click that first link. It's on our way. And so we can enter in the values that they gave us. Notice the probability of success on a single trial, number of trials, and then number of successes. So going back to the problem that we had, come on, man, stuff moving slow. All right. So X represent the number of successes, N is the number of trials, and then P is the probability of success. So they give it to us right here. Let me just take a picture and then I'll be able to reference it without switching my screens.
Sir, P is what?
The probability of success.
Okay.
So they give us P to be 0.5. Oh. 0.5, then the number of trials, that's N, that's 10. And then the number of successes is 9, that's X. I put a 0. And then calculate. And that's it right there. So what this tells us right here, this first one is if you want to know the probability of the number of successes being 9, that's it right here. This one is less than, notice it has less than or equal to, and we're talking about 9 still. This one gives greater than 9 and then greater than or equal to 9. So it gives you all of the different scenarios that incorporate using 9 as your number of successes. But the
Awesome.
the one we wanted was just 9, so it should be just 0.0097. Let me see how many decimal places they wanted. To the final answer, 4 decimal places. So that was 8. So 0.0098 should be the answer. Yep, and we got so show that it worked. All right. So was that good for you, sir? Is that straight?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, not a problem, not a problem. So just to recap, for someone who may have missed that, came in late, there it goes. Going back to that problem, what I Googled was binomial probability distribution calculator and clicked on the first link after I did that Google search. All right. Questions on that? Let me go to the notes.
Nope. What problem is this you're doing now?
I'm problem solving, trying to figure out.
Okay, you still on the same one?
No, right now I'm looking at homework in my math lab.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I
I'm just
mean, are
looking
you
at.
still on 6.2 question 4?
No, I'm not doing any problem now. Is there something you want me to
No.
do?
No.
Okay. No, I'm just trying to make a decision. I'm looking at the participation. Yeah, since I was in here, I was like, let me look and see what people are doing.
Well, I am stuck on 1, but it's in chapter 7, but I don't even know which one.
You say you don't know which one?
Yeah, I got all the parts except for the last part,
All right.
and I'm trying to figure out which question that was.
Okay. Let me know once you get
Oh,
it.
here it is. It's 7.2 question 13,
All right.
and it's part D that I can't figure out how to do. Oh, no, I take it back. 7.2 question 12. I'm sorry, part D.
No problem. All right. Steel rods are manufactured with the mean of 30 centimeters. Because the variability manufacturing process, the length of rods are approximately normally distributed with a standard deviation of 0.06. Okay. All right, what is a portion of rods? They have less than 29.9. Okay, so let me go to the notes.
I got all those parts. Is the last one part D.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out. It's easy.
Yeah, we'll just walk it through just for everybody else.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yep. So they give us our mean, and this is no, not 6. This is 7.2. They give us our mean. It's 30 centimeters. Standard deviation 0.06 centimeters. And the first question, what proportion of rods has a length less than 29.9? All right. So the first thing we want to do is convert to a z-score. So this is what we have to do. We already have our mean standard deviation that's going to stay the same, and then this is considered our x. Whatever value you're doing your comparison with or comparison to, that's going to be your x. So that's 29.9 minus 30 over 0.06. All right, so that's going to be negative 1.67. Always round your z-scores to 2 decimal places. All right, so we're going to go to the chart. And remember how our chart is set up. We have this chart right here. There's negative 1.6. That will be on this left corner. On that left corner, left column. And then 0.07 will be up top. And we want to see where they meet at in our chart. All right, I can try pulling it up. And just to give you an idea, if you haven't seen this in a while, not necessarily in a while, but haven't seen a period or whatever the case may be, I want to make sure that you have a visual.
Sir, what's a z-score?
Oh, z-score is just a standard that we use to convert our data values, to be able to compare them to different data sets. And it basically says that this is how many standard deviations a number is away from the average.
Okay.
So it's just a way of measuring how far a number is away from the average.
Okay, it's a measurement. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. So hold on, am I sharing this? Yes, I am. So we look for negative 1.6, which is right here. 0.7 is right here. So oh, so they meet at 0.0475. All right. So that's what we're looking at. That's what the chart gives us. Now, the chart always gives less than. So this is going to be our answer because we want less than. So I want to say this. Less than. If you're looking for less than, then we're going to use the chart value. So that is our answer at 0.0475. All right, so let's go to the next one. Any rods that are shorter than 29.85 or longer than 30.15 are discarded. What proportion of rods will be discarded? So now we have to look up both of those as z-scores. All right, all right. All right, so this next one asks us for shorter than 29.85 and longer than 30.15. So we're going to convert both of those to z-scores and then apply them accordingly. Another word or another phrase for shorter than is less than. So remember I told you that different phrases will still mean the same thing, and longer than, same thing as more than. So talking about to the left of your z-score, and more than means to the right of your z-score. Thirty, yep. All right, so let's call this, write it over here. X1, 29.85, x2, 30.15. So the first z-score, 29.85 minus 30 divided by 0.06. So that's z1 and z2 based on x1 and x2. So x1, 29.85 minus 30 divided by 0.06 is negative 2.50. And then 30.15 minus 30 divided by 0.06 is positive 2.50. All right. So when we look at our bell-shaped curve, we're looking at Z1, Z2, and we want to know less than or shorter than Z1 and greater than Z2. Those are the pieces that we want. So go to the Z-score chart. So negative 2.50, 0.0062. What am I notes at? All right, and then I need positive 2.50. Go to the chart. This is 2 minus, that should be 0.09938. All right, that's what we should be getting from the chart. Let me check one more. Oh, it's not coming up. Come up. There we go. 25. Yep, 9938. All right. So now this 0062 does represent what's to the left of 71. That's what we need. Now this represents what's to the left of Z2, you know, to the left. Because remember, the chart always gives us what's to the left of. But remember, we want what's to the right of Z2, not what's to the left of Z2. So if I want to know what's to the right of Z2, we need to subtract that value from 1. And that's what I have here. So when I go back to my diagram, what we're saying is this amount right here to the left of Z1 is going to be 0.0062. And then also this area to the right of Z2 will be 0.0062. And we will add those amounts together find the total probability or total chance that you could get something either less than that data values of Z1 or greater than Z2. And that should be 0.001, 0.0124, not 00, but 0.0124. And that should be your answer. All right. Let's go back to the homework. So using results for part B, if 5,000 rods are manufactured in a day, how many rods should a plant manager expect to discard? And so we're using that 0.0124, and you will multiply that 5,000 by that. So it should be 62. So all we did was multiply 5,000 by 0.0124. All right. Then it says if an order comes in for 10,000 steel rods, how many rods should the plant manager expect to manufacture in order, if the order states that all rods between 29.9 must be between 29.9 and 30.1. All right. We haven't done 29.9 yet or 30.1 yet. Awesome. So just make sure before I go do it, if an order comes in for 10,000 rods, how many rods should a plant manager expect to manufacture if the order states all rods will be between? So we have to find our z-scores and then multiply, do the same thing that we did for C. Ms. Buffalo, did you find your z-scores, find a percentage between, and then multiply that percentage between to that 10,000?
For part C,
For D.
look, CD. You know I got the paper printed out, right?
Yeah, because I think you said D was the one you had an issue with, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
So let's.
what's the question again?
So now what I'm saying that we should do is find the z-score for each,
Okay.
and then find the chart value, and then find what's between them, and then multiply that to 10,000.
Well, for my answer, I got 11,050.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try. Let's try what I'm thinking and see if that'll give us our answer. All right. I was just seeing if you had
Because I
tried
have
that.
I have different numbers than the.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Because mine is 26.9 and 27.1 on.
Mm-hmm. How many?
I'm on the 10,000 part D.
Yeah. So you did have 10,000 as well, though.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Just my what is it, my data number,
Mm-hmm.
my whatever is
Yeah.
26.9 and 27.1.
Gotcha. So. All right, so here are our z-scores. We end up getting negative 1.67 and a positive 1.67. Making sure I got all my numbers and stuff correct. So this time, instead of looking at what's on the outside of our two z-scores, this time we're looking at what's on the inside. All right, so we go to this chart. And see what we got going on here. 167.0475. And then the other one, positive 167. $95.25. All right, so this is what we have that's on the chart. 0.0475 and then 0.9525. And don't forget, whenever you're trying to figure out what's between, you subtract your values, your chart values. Point 9525 minus. And I have 0.905. All right, so let me go back, make sure as far as what they're asking. $29,930 converting. Use abortion. Right. I put the wrong number in. Order from 10,000 rods. How many rods should man expect? If the order said all rods would be 29.9 and 30.1. All of them must be in between. But then, let me see if I was expecting to discard 10,000. No, because they're going to be, because my number 29.9, 30.5, it's 1.5. So, so I multiplied that times 10,000, and that didn't give me the answer that we needed. So trying to see where did I miscalculate.
That's the problem I'm having. Well, I got my answer was 0.9050, and then when I divided it by 10,000, I got 11,050.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. So 10,000 divided by, yeah, 10,000. Yep, 10,000. Hey, if I can get it right, 10,000 divided by 0.905. I'm getting 11,050 now. I think I see what it is. 1,050. Yeah. So how many rods? The order comes in for 10,000 rods. And how many rods should manufacture? If the order states all rods must be in between. Okay. I see what I'm doing. I'm trying to make sure I can explain it properly as to why we do it versus just saying do this. Then you know, rationale. To the next end, you know, rods matching is expected manufacturing. Okay, gotcha. So the way we're looking at it, my notes, yeah. So this is a percentage of values that will be between for the value was 29.9 and 30.1. So now we want to get 10,000 rods. Basically, we're working in reverse a little bit. We're undoing what the other one did. So we want 10,000 rods in between those values. And we know the percentage that we will have is that 0.905. Hold on one second.
Y'all better sit y'all tail down.
Sorry about that. So let's say again.
I read your lips.
So bottom line is we want to be able to remember before we had a percentage and we already knew how many we had. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Nope, that's not it. Okay. Where is it? Okay, I didn't write it down here. Remember we took the value, we multiplied it times 5,000 in order to get to the number of values that would fit, that will come out of the 5,000. This time we don't have that shipping number. We just know we want to get 10,000. So whatever that shipping number is, we want to find out it had to be multiplied by this 0.905. And so 0.905 times the shipping number of rods. And that will help us to get that 10,000. So you ask yourself how many had to be shipped to us in order to expect to get the percentage of that 90%. So that's why it's set up this way. And then you, to solve it, you would divide by that 90 or that 0.95. And so once you do that, your result would be 1150. So basically kind of working in reverse of that last one, wherein before they gave us 5,000 rods, you would have 5,000 rods. What percentage were you expect to get that would be, I think, was discarded. This time, they didn't tell you how many you had. It told you how many you wanted to get. So you wanted to get 10,000 rods. And the percentage that you would expect to get 10,000 rods would be this 0.905. So you need to know the actual number of rods that you had to get in order to get that percentage. And so that's what we did here. We kind of reversed the process. So, Ms. Buffalo, I hope that helped.
It did. So that means my answer is right there.
Yep.
I told you I was productive that week off.
Let's see. Since we're here, anything else or anybody else?
Nope, it's lunchtime.
It's 11:47. Do we got time to jump into 8-1?
Yeah, why not?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
I do have another one.
What you got?
Question 7, chapter 6.1.28.
All right, question 7, 6.1.
My bad.
Oh, no, you're fine.
You know we're trying to keep you from going to chapter 8, right?
Wait a minute.
I got a question on chapter 1, number 1. Could you just start over, please?
Wait a minute. I'm mad that me and him sitting here thinking the same exact thing.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you legitimately have the question or you just...
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
I had this thing written down. I could show you if you want.
Oh, no, you're okay.
I asked my daughter how to do it, and she's only 16.
No, because I was gonna say, we don't,
No,
I don't have to go any further. It's all right.
no. I really,
Bro, great minds think alike. Cause I'm sitting here. I wonder should I drag him back to chapter 4?
All right, so let's see what do we have here. An investment counselor calls. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I got the problem that you're talking about. Make sure we're looking at the same one. All right, is this the problem right here? You said number 7 out of 6-1?
yes, sir.
Okay. An investment counselor calls a hot stock tip. He believes that the economy remains strong. Investment will result in a profit of 40,000. The economy grows at a moderate pace. This involves resulting in $10,000 profit. However, investing a loss of 4,000. If you contact economists, what is the expected profit from this investment? Okay. Take a picture. All right. I'm trying to think, was there a problem like this that I did in 6-1? Anyway, let's do this. All right, how to believe the economy is strong, investment. Come on, man. All right, just write down all of our givens. So you have strong profit. If the economy stays strong, the profit will be $40,000. If the economy stays moderate, profit will be $10,000. If it goes into a recession, we will lose 40,000. The 30% probability, the economy stays strong, 60% probability grows at a moderate pace, and 10% as a recession. All right. Yep. Let's try it like this. See if this is good enough for my notes set. So let's go with 40,000. That 30%, I'll do it like this first. Come on, man. All right, 30% times 40,000. So strong and strong will link up. I believe all we gotta do is multiply those together and then add them all. Then the moderate be plus 60%. times that 10,000. And then recession would be 10% times negative, because of the recession, negative 40,000. And I'll convert all your percentages to decimals. So that's 0.3 times 40,000 plus 0.6 times 10,000 plus 0.1 times negative 40,000. So that's going to be 12, 3 zeros. It's going to be 6,000 and negative 4,000. It's 2. Hopefully the answer is 14,000. And yep, there it is. So just to make sure you see what I did, first of all, I wrote down all of our given informations. If I probably would put, you know, when I listed out, I probably would put these together, the profit and strong profit ones, put them together so I'm not looking for them or trying to piece it, Then you got the moderate profit and the moderate profit information, and then the recession and the recession information. So you just put those together. So it was a 30% chance of getting a strong profit, which was $40,000. So it's 30% times 40,000. 60% chance of getting a moderate economy, which will give you a profit of 10,000. So 6% times 10,000. Then a 10% chance of a recession, which will result in a loss of 40,000. So that's 10% times the negative 40,000. You got to make sure you have that negative in there because it's a recession, and the other ones being positive represent a profit. And from there, you add those quantities together. But the first thing you have to do is convert that percentage to a decimal and multiply them, add them together. They gave me 14,000. And that is your answer.
Thank you.
Not a problem, sir.
I know somebody else got a question on one of these other chapters, right?
Look, it's all good. I bow down. I won't go into chapter 8. Not today.
Let's take it back to slopes and y-intercepts.
Yep. So we don't have to do chapter 8 today. We can start it on, what's today? Thursday. Yep, we can start it on Tuesday. It's not a big deal. But take advantage of this opportunity. There were only 4 people in chapter 7 when I was looking back at the work. So take advantage of the fact that I didn't move forward. I mean, I don't know what else I can do. At some point, we have to move forward, right? So take advantage of the fact that we didn't today.
I'm done with chapter 7. I'm just trying to go back on some of these other chapters, like chapter 4, slopes and y-intercepts.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't tried the calculator I found for that yet, but I think I'm gonna have that.
Got you. And next class, the floor will still be open. Next class, the floor will still be open for questions. If you run across something in chapter 4 you want to see me do, just ask. It's not a big deal.
Well, I have one question, but it's not about a problem. So, say if I go back and I can knock out all the ones that I haven't knocked out,
Mm-hmm.
and then if I knock out 8 and 10, those are the last 2 chapters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the chance you could put the final exam up where I could knock it out and just be done with the class? Even if is it a way for me to finish the class early?
Yeah. And the final exam is something that's supposed to be proctored. So me and you would just work it out when I have to proctor you if you're trying to finish early.
I'm trying to see if I can get that little extra time to focus on my other class because it's deep. It's deeper than this math.
Right. Yep, just get with me. You know how to get in contact with me. We can talk about it.
Yep, I'm gonna send Romeo over.
No, I'm good. You can hold on to that.
Romeo dead.
So anybody else before we close out for the weekend? Anybody else? All right. Well, that's fine. If you guys are great, I'm great. Have a great weekend. Be safe. And I will see you
Oh,
on next class.
everybody go
Appreciate
vote.
it.
All right, no problem. They're a little late. They're trying to vote now.
Look,
No
do we have
problem.
a
Take care.
president yet?
Hmm?
Do we have a president yet?
No, nope, we don't.
We
No.
never, we haven't had a president for the last 4 years.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
with
want to
that
go
being
there, but
said,
you're gonna make me go there.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording.
No, we haven't. Sorry.